Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and really get to the heart of things.
That's the goal.
So, have you ever felt that excitement about a tech career? You're thinking, yeah, this is for me. But then almost immediately, you're just hit by how much there is.
Oh, definitely. The speed of change, the different paths, it can feel overwhelming.
Exactly. Or just how do you prove you actually know your stuff? You feel like you do, but showing it, that's the tricky part.
It really is a common challenge.
Well, today, we're going to dive deep into something that offers a pretty clear path through that. Cisco certifications.
A really well-known framework in IT.
Yeah, and our mission today is simple. We want to give you a clear roadmap, distill the key info from our sources so you feel, informed and ready for your next move.
Ready to make a strategic choice.
Because the core idea here is, well, it's powerful. Certifications are a concrete way to validate what you know, to make it undeniable.
Tangible proof.
One of our sources put it really well. People always want to know who they're talking to. They want to know if you're qualified.
That hits the nail on the head. It's about credibility.
Right.
Instantly.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like a recognized stamp of approval. So if you're looking for that edge, this deep dive is, well, kind of your shortcut.
A shortcut to understanding how they can help.
Yeah, how they can, get your foot in the door, put you on the road to success, and keep you learning for life. We're going to walk through the whole thing.
From start to finish.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Cisco's got this really clear progression, right? A sort of ladder for your career. It's not just random exams.
No, it's quite structured. Deliberately designed.
So for someone trying to figure it out, what's the basic structure? How does this ladder actually work?
Well, the beauty of it is in these 4 distinct levels. Think of it like stages of expertise.
Okay, 4 levels.
Right. At the base, you've got the entry level. Now, this isn't just for absolute beginners, necessarily. It's about proving you've got the fundamental skills down. You're ready.
So validating the basics.
Got it. Exactly. Then you move up to the associate level. This is where you really master the essentials you need to, launch a solid career.
Building that core foundation.
Precisely. It gives you that broad understanding, lets you step confidently into different roles.
Makes sense.
What's next? Next up is the professional level, and this is where things get really interesting, where you start to specialize.
Specialization.
Yeah. You pick a technology track like security, data center, enterprise, collaboration, and then a specific concentration exam within that track.
So you can tailor it.
Exactly. It helps you build those deep, specialized skills, become the go-to person in that area.
Okay. Entry, associate, professional. What's the top?
And then at the very peak, you have the expert level. This is mainly the CCIE certification.
The CCIE. Heard of that one?
Oh, yeah. It's globally recognized. A huge achievement. It demands deep knowledge, loads of practical experience, and passing this really challenging lab exam.
Wow. So that's the pinnacle.
That's the pinnacle of technical implementation expertise, definitely. True mastery.
It certainly paints a clear picture. But thinking about it from, say, an employer's view, what really sets apart someone with, tons of experience but no certs versus someone who just got their CCIE? Is it just the paper?
That's a really good question, and it's more than the paper. Experience is, of course, critical, invaluable.
Sure.
But a cert like the CCIE offers standardized third-party proof. It shows you've mastered skills against a tough current standard. It says you know the best practices, the theory, in a measurable way.
Okay, so it's verified against a known benchmark.
Exactly, and it shows discipline, commitment, performing under pressure, especially with that lab. It signals competence in a way that just saying, I have X years of experience, sometimes can't quite capture on its own.
I see. Verifiable proof of both breadth and depth.
Yeah.
Total sense. Okay, let's bring it back down then. Someone's just starting out or maybe wants to solidify their basics. Where do they actually begin? Do they need a ton of knowledge already or?
No, that's the great thing. Cisco's thought about that. For those really at the beginning or maybe switching careers, there's the Cisco Certified Support Technician certifications, the CCSTs.
CCST.
Yeah, these are fantastic for validating those initial really crucial support skills. You don't need years behind you, just the willingness to learn and show you get the core stuff.
What kinds are there?
Well, there's the CCST Cybersecurity, basic security concepts, then CCST IT support, fundamental troubleshooting, maintenance, and CCST networking, laying that network groundwork.
So pretty foundational areas.
Very foundational. And there's also the CCT Field Technician Cert, which is more hands-on for folks doing installs and maintenance out in the field.
Right. Practical skills.
Exactly. And for those really keen on security right away, there's also a certificate in ethical hacking that focuses on, offensive security basics, thinking like an attacker to defend better.
Interesting. So these CCSTs are the real foot in the door then.
Absolutely. Or even for experienced folks wanting to formalize that foundational knowledge.
Okay. And what about the next step, that associate level? Because honestly, the CCNA name feels almost legendary for starting in networking.
You're absolutely right. The associate level. Yeah, the CCNA has long been seen as the standard. It's like the universal translator for networking.
Universal translator like that.
Yeah, because it covers such a broad range of fundamentals, network access, IP stuff, security basics, even a bit of automation now. It really prepares you for a lot, a real launch pad.
Okay. So CCNA is key at the associate level.
Definitely. But, as you climb this ladder, the industry doesn't stand still, right?
No kidding. Always changing.
And Cisco evolves its certs to match, which means if you're planning your path, you've got to be aware of upcoming changes.
Good point. Like what?
Well, for instance, circle February 3, 2026 on your calendar. Big date.
Okay. Feb 3rd, 2026. Why?
We're seeing some significant rebrandings kicking in then. They reflect where the industry is heading, especially with automation and specialized cybersecurity. It's not just names. It's about what skills are considered essential.
Right, reflecting the current landscape.
Yeah.
So how does that specifically hit the associate level? What's changing for someone eyeing that CCNA path?
Good question. At the associate level, the current cybersecurity associate, that's rebranding to CCNA cybersecurity.
CCNA cybersecurity. Okay.
Yeah. It emphasizes that security is crucial right from the start. Equips people with skills to spot threats, defend assets, that first line of defense, immediate, relevant stuff.
Makes sense. What else?
The other big one is DevNet Associate. That's the one focused on network automation, APIs, coding for networks.
Right, the programming side.
Exactly. That's rebranding to CCNA Automation.
CCNA automation. Interesting.
Yeah, it really shows Cisco's push towards, infrastructure as code. Network engineers needing developer skills now, automating tasks, integrating things. It shows how even those starting skills are getting more diverse.
So even at the associate level, you're already seeing paths diverge a bit into core networking, security, and automation.
Precisely. Structured ways to validate those initial strategic skill sets.
Okay, so foundation's covered. Entry and associate levels give clear starting points. Now, you said the professional level, the CCNP, is where specialization really kicks in. That sounds like where you shape your unique career. How does that work?
You nailed it. The CCNP is where you go from broad understanding to deep expertise. Each CCNP certification needs 2 exams.
2 exams, okay.
First, a comprehensive core exam. This covers the foundational tech for that whole track. Then you choose 1 concentration exam. That's your deep dive into a specific area within the track.
Core plus concentration. Got it.
And here's a really neat part.
Yeah.
Those core exams, they also count as the qualifying exam for the CCIE lab in that same track.
Oh, that's smart. So if you're aiming for the top, your CCNP work directly contributes.
Exactly. It makes the whole path feel integrated, seamless.
Okay, so what kinds of specializations can you actually choose at this CCNP level? Must be quite a few.
Oh, the range is pretty impressive. It reflects how diverse IT is now. Pick CCNP collaboration, for instance.
Okay, collaboration.
You do the core exam on collaboration tech basics. Then you pick a concentration, maybe advanced call control or collaboration apps or automation for collaboration tools.
Lots of options within just that one track.
Definitely. And you need to pick what fits your goals. Keep an eye on Cisco's site, too, because exams and dates do get updated. Always check the official roadmap.
Good tip. What other tracks are there?
Well, there's CCNP Data Center, core exam on implementing Cisco DC tech. Then you can specialize in, say, data center automation or storage networking or maybe Cisco UCS. Prepares you for modern, complex data centers.
Right. Crucial area.
Then CCNP Enterprise, core exam on enterprise network tech. Concentrations here could be advanced routing, wireless design, or enterprise automation. That's for building and running big organizational networks.
The backbone stuff.
Exactly. And if security is your thing, CCNP Security. Starts with a core exam on Cisco security tech. Then you can specialize in firewalls, identity management, secure access, even security automation. Equips you for today's threats.
That's a really wide range of deep dives. And I guess, like with the associate level, we're seeing rebrandings here, too, keeping up with the tech.
Absolutely. Same pattern, same effective date. February 3, 2026, the Cybersecurity Professional Cert. That's becoming CCNP Cybersecurity.
CCNP Cybersecurity. Makes sense.
Yeah, highlights the need for advanced skills against sophisticated threats, expertise in securing complex setups.
And what about the DevNet side?
Aligning with that automation trend, DevNet Professional becomes CCNP Automation.
CCNP automation. So
Yeah.
professional level dedicated to that.
Heavy focus on network programmability, automation tools, software development practices applied to infrastructure, preparing you to lead automation projects, integrate with cloud, build agile solutions, networks that, kind of manage themselves.
Wow, that's a big shift.
It is. And again, for the specific concentration exams under CCNP automation, some might be changing or have specific dates, so always check the Cisco site for the latest.
Got it. Any other professional tracks?
Yes, for the wireless experts, there's CCNP Wireless. That's also seeing updates, new core and concentration exams rolling out around March 2026, I believe. Reflects how critical wireless is everywhere.
Okay, so looking at the big picture here, the sheer number of CCNP options really shows how specialized IT has become.
It absolutely does. It's not about knowing just one thing anymore. It's deep expertise in critical, evolving areas.
This level really lets you carve out your niche, become that specialist.
That's exactly it. A master craftsman in your chosen domain solving complex problems.
Okay, so we've climbed the ladder. Entry, associate, professional. Now for the absolute peak, the expert level, the CCIE, you mentioned it's legendary, globally recognized. What does it actually take to get there? And are there other expert certs too?
You're right. The CCIE carries a lot of weight. It's seen by many as the PhD of networking, rigorous, practical, respected everywhere.
The PhD of networking.
Okay.
To get a CCIE, you first need to pass that core exam from the corresponding professional track. We talked about that already.
You're right. The same core exam. Yes. And then you have to pass the CCIE lab exam. And this is the big hurdle. It's an intense, hands-on, 8-hour exam where you have to design, deploy, operate, troubleshoot complex networks under serious pressure.
8 hours? Wow, that sounds intense.
It is. Grueling, but incredibly rewarding when you pass. It proves real-world, high-level skills.
So what flavors of CCIE are there?
There are several tracks allowing for that deep specialization, even at this elite level. You've got CCIE Collaboration, CCIE Data Center, CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure. That's a very popular one for core networking roles.
Okay.
Then CCIE Enterprise Wireless, CCIE Security, and CCIE Service Provider for those in large carrier environments. Each needs its core exam plus its specific tough lab exam.
Makes sense. And following the pattern, any rebranding here?
Yes, indeed. The DevNet Expert Certification. As of February 3, 2026, that becomes CCIE Automation.
CCIE automation, so expert level automation skills.
Exactly. The highest level validation for blending network engineering with software development and automation requires the DB Core exam and then the specific DevNet Expert Lab.
That covers the CCIE landscape pretty well. It sounds like it demands serious practical skill, not just book knowledge. But you mentioned other expert certs. Is there something beyond CCIE?
Well, not necessarily beyond in terms of difficulty, but different in focus. For those whose passion is less about the hands-on implementation and troubleshooting and more about the high-level architectural design, there's the Cisco Certified Design Expert, the CCDE.
CCDE. Okay, so focused on design.
Exactly. This isn't about building or fixing. It's about designing networks strategically from the ground up to meet complex business needs. Thinking like an architect.
How do you get that one?
It requires passing a tough written exam, the 400-007 CCDE written exam, and then you choose CCDE electives in specialized design areas. Think AI infrastructure, large-scale networks, cloud services design, mobile workforce tech.
So it's for the visionaries, the architects.
Precisely. Translating business goals into robust, scalable network blueprints. And this, it brings up a key question for you, the listener. What level of depth really fits your career path?
Right. Where do you want to focus?
Yeah. The CCIE and CCDE, they aren't just certs. They're proof of deep, real-world experience and top-tier problem solving. They demand understanding and the ability to apply it under pressure.
What an incredible journey we've just mapped out. Seriously. From those first foundational steps all the way to the absolute peak of IT expertise with these Cisco certs.
It's quite a comprehensive structure.
Yeah, we've seen how they validate skills. Entry basics, associate essentials, professional specialization, and that expert-level mastery with CCIE and CCDE. It really is a clear path, helping you find that IT job, that rewarding career you're aiming for.
Providing that recognized pathway.
And it keeps coming back to that core idea, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The power of actually proving what you know.
Tangibly.
In a way, everyone recognizes.
Especially in tech, where things change so fast.
Yeah.
Having these certs, it's not just a nice to have. It shows your dedication, your skill, your commitment to keep learning. It says you're not just capable, you are qualified.
Officially qualified, yes. Now, if you want to dive even deeper, get into specific exam details, check dates, find training, all that really crucial info is right there on Cisco's site, www.cisco.com/certs.
That's the source of truth. Definitely check it out.
So wrapping this up, what does it all mean for you listening? Understanding these paths, these levels, it's more than just thinking about passing an exam.
Much more.
It's about validating your relevance, accelerating your growth, and really positioning yourself strategically for whatever comes next in this dynamic IT world. So the question is, what's the next skill you're going to master? And how are you going to prove it?